Good morning, everybody. It's your boy, MarkN MUFCFAN. You know what it is, guys. Smash the like. What match are you watching today? Well, I was up early watching Trinidad and Tobago play this morning, guys, and I felt like I wanted to talk about United and the chemical change, all the possibilities of the players coming back. As you know, Rasmus Hojlund is back. Euro should be back in 2 to 3 weeks. Then also Luke Shaw as well. So that bolsters the squad. It gives us more opportunity to perform. It gives us more chances, to be better, to give a better performance, a stronger team that's more competent to compete. Good morning to you, Nikhil. Good evening in your time. Good morning to you as well, Irfan. Hope you're well, brother. But this morning, I have to take 10 minutes out to talk about my national team. They played in the Nations League last night. I talked really big because you know what? We've been performing pretty decent and we've been scoring consistent goals. But they changed the coach. Coach plays a back five with a midfield three and two strikers. And the most threatening striker we have is playing as the support striker. We couldn't create anything much going forward, guys. I was so mad. We lost 4-0 to Nicaragua, Honduras, I mean. Oh my God, I feel so bad. You know, the guys in the reckless chat, they're gonna smash me today. They're gonna, bro, not man, bro. Yeah, I'm not doing whatever he thinks I'm gonna do, bro. Fire for that. But anyway, back to Man United, guys. Disappointing for me. Hopefully, you win the next game. Yeah, it's not looking good. Bad start, guys. Bad start for the Trini boys. You know, the Soca Warriors, we just dropped to 100 with that loss. You know, we were 70th in before that game. After the game, 100. Man, I'm so upset. But anyway, guys, don't forget to smash the likes and subscribe. Sorry, I can't bring up the comments this morning. You know, my laptop is not working. So, but I will get that sorted, guys. So don't worry. Tomorrow, we should be back to some more regular proceedings. And I will be dropping a scouting video on one or two players that we will be bringing into the squad and one or two other players. So, guys, be on the lookout for that tomorrow morning. Up to you. Did you see my lineup on Twitter, Mark? Oh, my Twitter name is United Marks, guys. You know, I don't know if I can't even message in the chat right now from where I am, but it's at UTDMARCX. You can find me on Twitter, guys. Big up. You know what I mean? Big up to you. Your lineup, I tagged you. For me, it's an excited lineup. I didn't get to see it, bro, but if you drop the link in the chat, I'll try to pull it up and see. Hopefully it doesn't, pull it up and check it out and talk about it, bro. That's no problem at all. What's your name? All right, Steven Gerrard. United always had that winning mentality. They're never out of a game. They always found a way back. I'm sure they will do it again. MUFC, I hate it. I hate it, but he's right. 100%, bro. How you get your laptop sorted soon? Hope you get your laptop sorted soon. Big up for continuing to push your content, bro. You know what I mean? You can't just give up. You know what I'm saying? And say, well, it's all lost. You know what I mean? You still have to find a way to do something. I mean, it's not the best situation, as you know, guys. But at the same time, I got to do it because I want to talk to you guys every day as well, and I want to get my views out there as well. And you know what? I feel like it's a lot of panic in the fan base right now about Manchester United, and I don't think it's something we should be doing too much. At the same, Onana in goal, Euro, Delit, Martinez in a back three, Mazarawi, Menu, Ugarte, Delo, Bruno, Hojlund, Xerxes. Interesting, bro. Interesting. Very, very interesting, bro. That's a very interesting lineup. I'm not a fan of the back three, to be fair. I do play it on FIFA, but I'm not a huge fan of it. But that lineup doesn't look too bad. Euro can definitely play the right-sided right back in a sense. You know what I mean? I feel like, Dallo and Mainu. Yeah, I feel like Mainu in the midfield, maybe. Let me just double check that again. Was it Ugarte and Mainu? Yeah, I mean that looks interesting, but I don't think we're gonna go back to a two striker formation, you know what I mean? And that's the funny bit because it's kind of a weird one. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's one of those things where, let me just double check that again. Bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, where's the wingers, bro? Like that formation is kind of weird. I guess you're going to be using Mazraoui and Dalot to be the wing backs. You know what I mean? To push up and down the field and provide that width for the United team. And I mean, I don't dislike it. I don't dislike it. I can't say it's negative. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be my first choice if I had to have a starting lineup. I think I would drop Onana for Bayern there. I really never had the faith in the guy, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? So I would probably start, Bayern there. I would probably go with Euro and Lissandro. I would play the back four. I'm going to be honest. I'd play the back four with Euro and Lissandro, and I'd probably drop the low off the left, and I would put Mazraoui off the right. I think that works for now, until we could get maybe. I don't really want to play Luke Shaw, bro. I want to play him as a centre back. To be fair, as a backup option centre back. So that's where I would play Luke Shaw as a backup option centre back. He would no longer be a left back for me. I just don't think he has the legs for that anymore, and it would save him from injury. You know what I mean? I definitely would play Ugarte in front of them. I would play him next to Casemiro, and I would put Bruno in the 10. And I would definitely put Garnacho off the left, and I would put Ahmad off the right, and I would start with Hojlund in the striking position. I think, it might not look like, it might sound like, I'm just going with the same manager's choice, the 4-3-3, but I think that 4-3-3 expands for us into a form of that same 3-5-2 in different moments of the game, and it could go into a 4-4-2-4 in different moments of the game as well. You know what I mean? I'm not too sure that I would like to play Hojlund and Xerxes because we don't have any backup strikers besides the young Ethan Wheatley if one of them were to get injured playing in games at the same time. So that's why I would not play a two-striker formation right now. I would try to build up the players in this style, and then I would probably try to work on giving Ethan Wheatley some game time so he gains more experience. And then eventually when he's like, we can count on him a little bit more. You know what I mean? Because I think he has shown some very good work rate performances, industry. He hasn't had a goal, but he got himself in some really good positions and some good chances every time he got some minutes. And I think that bodes well for the youngster. And I would like to see him develop more. You know what I mean? Big up Rasta Stocks. I'll follow you back as soon as I get off the stream, bro. Big up to you. Man United is better than Man City and Real Madrid. Well, Man City 100%. Currently, we have not won as much as Real Madrid, but we're the biggest club in world football. No one can argue that. Hojlund is going to have a big, big season. Manchester is a red 100%. I think the chemical change, this is why I call the stream chemical change, because I wanted to talk about Hojlund. And the reason why I wanted to talk about Hojlund is because I watched him so much last season that I developed a kind of idea of his style of football last season. You know what I mean? That big post-up striker that could, use his body, push other players around, quick on the turn, gain some distance from the opponent, get a shot off, can beat an opponent in a foot race as well. I thought that was good. But the first game of his preseason, I saw him play against Arsenal, and he did something entirely different, guys. Entirely different. He changed. And that chemical change, guys, I don't think everyone is paying much attention to. And the reason why I'm saying this is because they don't see the dynamism in that little change that was made. And I would accredit that change to Ruud van Nistelrooy, because he must have had him watching tapes of himself and pointing out key moments, because there was something that Hojlund did against the defender. Whether it was a young defender or not, he will do it against any other defender. I'm telling you now. He puts his arm across the left shoulder of the defender while being on his right shoulder, while being on his left side. And when he receives the ball, he gives him a slight, throws the defender off balance, also gives him a step and a half of distance. created in between them, guys. And when he does that and on his return, you guys are going to understand. That's going to be a trademark move. Defenders will not be able to handle it. What they would have to do is start pulling him down because he's so strong and quick. When he does it, it will catch them off guard, even if they see him doing it in videos, guys. But what I'm telling you is that that little change is the difference between one goal scoring opportunities one-on-one with a goalkeeper. And we know how lethal this young man is. So I'm saying to guys, if you haven't noticed it, go back and watch that first 15 minutes of the Arsenal preseason game and just watch Hojlund's body language. Watch how he watch his behavior. It's very much different what we've seen last season, guys. Big up. Hojlund is, yeah, I won't say that just yet. Richard, are you really saying that, bro? Come on, man. The players have for the formation and it's better 11 than we have now. I always say feel a team from your strengths. We can always change to Amad and Garnacho as the tactical change, but I'm convinced that our card wingers aren't strong enough. They are still learning their trade. It's the same with Joshua Zirkzee, my bro. I don't think Joshua Zirkzee is there yet. I actually think he's at the same situation as Amad Diallo, in my honest opinion. They come from a similar vein of a career situation where, as you know, guys, we've paid for Ahmad. You know, he came in 4.5 years ago in 2020 season at the back end. And, you know, he came from Atalanta as well as one of the brightest starlets coming up in world football. You know, then there was the appearance of Mason Greenwood, and he was not able to get into the team and keep himself into the team. You know what I mean? And these players are young, and he took a different route to development. He went to Rangers, you know, he went back to Birmingham, then he went to Southampton, you know, where he really started coming into his own as a player. Last season, he got drip-fed into the squad. He was not fit for half of the season. I think it's about 6 months in a 9-month season. That wasn't really good for him, but he did come in and show some good moments of brilliance and that he has the quality. Let's see how they develop. You know, we cannot play a 2-striker formation with no backup strikers. If one gets injured, what happens to that formation? You know what I mean, bro? So that's why I wouldn't play a 2-striker formation. I think we don't have the outlet for that. You know what I mean? We need to have backup. The season is long. We can't just start, you know, you can't start the two only senior strikers you have. Rashford is not a striker, and let's get it right. You know, as much as I like Ethan Wheatley, yeah, he's not ready to come in and hold that starting lineup. You know what I mean? And you would definitely need a guy on the do the same. And I think it's about patience right now, Irfan. I think it's about patience right now. You know what I mean? Let them underestimate Hojlund at their own risk. He has a lot of ammunition. He's very good. Time will tell. Rasta Sox, what happened to Rasmus was unfair. I mean, it happens, bro. He pulled up a muscle. These things happen, you know. It's a funny thing. This has nothing really to do with training. It just have everything to do with he's a young, he's turned 21. He's still growing. His body is growing until he's 23 years old. It's gonna take time. These guys will pull injuries. You know, he probably grew 1.5 inches since he came to Manchester United as well. They're still growing. It's the same with Alejandro Garnacho. You know, when players are young and they're still going through their phases of growth, they get injuries easier. It doesn't mean they're injury prone. You know what I mean? 17 likes like Garnacho. Let's get to Kobe Manu, guys. Big up. Inverted winger to mix it up. I agree with that. This is why I would like to see Ahmad starting a bit more. You know, Ahmad does really hold the width. He's a little bit more different from the actual inverted winger. He can cut in and try his best. But yeah, Garnacho did score for Argentina. The thing is, for Garnacho, for me, I think when he's off the left, he contributes more as a whole to the team. When he's off the right, I think he tends to cut in more to shoot. Garnacho more off the left. The real problem is if we can get Marcus Rashford to open his game up. You know what I mean? Like, as much as we criticize Marcus Rashford, guys, he is the senior attacker in the team. And people might say he's not, but he is the talisman. He's wearing that number 10. The number 10 on any team is the talisman. No one can say different. Even our mercurial number 7, that's our star player, but not usually always the talisman. Rooney was our talisman, even when we had Cristiano. You know what I mean, guys? So when you look at the players and definition of the numbers, there is something of value there. A lot of people might just look at numbers on the back of player kits and be like, oh, it's just a number. But it's not just a number. In football heritage, these numbers have huge, huge historical value and meaning. You know what I mean? To the players, but the team and the coordination of the entire team, what it's meant to be and what it's meant to do. You can change the wingers if they're injured. There are loads of ways you can manipulate the bench. Yeah, the problem is we don't have strikers. You cannot play a winger at striker, bro. They're not prolific. They're not really meant to be strikers. That's why they're wingers. So you cannot, it's like we have 4 wingers, so we can play 2 wingers. You know, we have them get injured. We only have 2 strikers. We have a young guy in Ethan Weekly that, you know, you don't want to put him in a situation where he has to be that guy. So putting the season behind because you think, you know, the wingers aren't good enough. It's the same with Josh Rosiski. He's at the same level of the likes of Garnacho and a Kobe Mainu, my bro. To be honest, is in my honest opinion, like I'm not even trying to make him sound. He's not. He's developing still. I think he was pretty raw. I said that even when I first found that we were looking at Joshua Zirkzee. I said he's raw, but he has a lot of talent and ability. If he could be refined, he would be amazing. You know what I mean? Luman is saying, so should we wait for Rashford to decide himself that now he needs to run more in 90 minutes? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. At the most time, like he's not a young player anymore. He's 26. He will be 27 soon in a month. He needs to do better. He needs to deliver. He needs to bring his A game every game for 90 minutes. I mean, I wouldn't even mad if we get his A game for 60 minutes, because if we could get his A game for 60 minutes, we probably get a goal and an assist and we'd be happy. You know what I mean? Like, there's no long standing for any player to have to play 90 minutes, bro. It's a squad. So any player could be substituted. For the very least, 60 minutes of their very best. Because we could change them and bring in someone different, especially the attack. You don't need an attacker to play for 90 minutes. You need them to play for 60 minutes world class. At the best, at their very peak, 60 minutes, bro. We got 5 substitutes. We can change these guys. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is with the back 3, you dominate the midfield. Anyone can score from that. And you have 2 strikers who can score. But Irfan, you're still misunderstanding what I'm saying. We only have 2 actual strikers. If you play both of them in the same game, whether you dominate the midfield or not, if one of those strikers get injured, who do we play in that position? We add another player, and that player is another round peg in a square hole. You know what I mean? So it's not for all intents and purposes. We need to stick to a formation that bodes to the strengths of the squad in terms of player profile, where they play, and try to keep players happy at the same time. You know what I mean? And that's the weird thing. I don't mind changing the formation to a 3-5-2, to be fair. Like, to be honest, it could work. You know what I mean? It could definitely work with the type of players that we have. It's just, you know what I mean? The only problem is the striker depth. And that's the only problem in the 3-5-2. There's no other problem in that. Who shot your laptop? Bro, I tripped with the laptop in my hand. It was a really clumsy moment, man, like a Krusty the Clown moment. You know what I'm saying? Big up. Good morning to you, Kingdom FC. What's good? What's good, Elite Baller? Big up to you guys coming in. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. You know what I mean? You know, guys in the chat, are you watching? I woke up super early this morning to watch one, and I was really mad watching the game. Trinidad lost, like I said, 4-0 to Honduras. It was disturbing to watch. The new coach changed our formation to 5-3-2. I totally disliked it. You know what I mean? We didn't have any overlap from the right or the left back. Of course, the left back was actually a center back, and he was not really a good center back. There was an attacking should never be in the squad. You know what I mean? He's not even good as I was, bro. The dude is lame. You know what I mean? He's slow. Bro, how could you be 23 years old and slower? Slower, bro. Like, this dude is slower than Amrabat, bro. Like, the dude takes like 10 years to turn. He turns like a semi-truck. Bro, it was crazy. Man lost the ball so much in the midfield, bro. It was mad. I don't know why the it's weird. Marcus Rashford could be better than Ryan Giggs if he worked hard. 100%. Jack Cuz is coming in, get Hog out. What, Jack? Let me know what you're thinking about that. Give me a little bit more in the comments, bro. Tell me, explain to me why do you want the manager out? And let's discuss it, bro. Big up to you for coming in. Don't forget to smash the like, bro. You know, I definitely think Rashford could be one of the. He has all the mechanics, the talent, the ability. He has sufficient pace. He may not have that lightning quick step that he had 2 seasons ago, but you know what I mean? For all intents and purposes, he should be destroying some defenders, bro. Like, I don't even understand how he doesn't destroy some of the defenders that we play against. It's beyond me. You know what I mean? How could you not be confident, bro? You are Marquis Rashford, bro. Rashford. Bro. Like, you know what I mean? You're the brand Marcus Rashford, bro. You have wrote books. You know, you have that feeding program for all them kids. So amazing. You do so many amazing things, and you get to play the sport you love the most, bro. If I was that guy, I could say what I want. I don't know what pressures is going on in his world. And as much as I would like to say, bro, I hope I would also like to say, bro, as a United fan, he needs to get over them, bro. Like, he needs to get his head right. Because at the end of the day, the onus is on football, guys. Whether or not we make it, like, even though, guys, I defend Anthony for last season, I say, guys, let's wash Anthony out, wash away last season and give him a second chance, because the intense mental stress of the looming threat of a jail sentence, his football life, you know what I mean? He was probably thinking maybe he goes to jail, he could die in there. You never know, guys. So it's like, for me, it's one of those things where I look at it like, that intense mental strain could have been a major factor in the reason why he did not perform well last season and could not get his best out. You know, mentally he was blocked. So, you know, this is why I would say the same thing. I would keep it equally for any of the players on the squad right now, because there were so many problems last season that we can't really just blame just the players. You know, we have to also blame the owners. We have to also blame Richard Arnold and the likes of John Murtaugh. You know what I mean? And Ed Woodward, all these guys for the last decade, all the mistakes, the poor management, the bad spending, everything culminated into what last season was. I think it's pretty obvious that a lot of fans are not taking into perspective that it's one of those funny things. You ignore all the factors that affect the club in a whole. The atmosphere of the club was dreary, was gloomy last season. And this had nothing to do. This was before the season even began. You know what I mean? Because we had a looming takeover. We had no money to spend. Threat of FFP. We got sanctioned last season. We had to pay a fine. You know, we had the Mason Greenwood situation. You know, we had this player leaving on a free. Want to leave. We couldn't sell this player. We needed a defender. We didn't get him. We got Mason Mount. You know, we got Johnny Evans. No disrespect to him. He is a red. You know what I mean? Bro, Steph, I think it's like about 10 times over like, I think it's like about 10 times over like 6 seasons. That's what I think. But I don't think it's more than that. You know what I mean? It could be more, but in the last 5 years, I think it was like 10 or 15 times at most. You know what I mean? He's not that prolific. He doesn't usually score 2-3 goals. I think last season in 22-23, he scored a lot of braces. You know, and I think he did score a hat trick as well. But I think that's most of the I don't know. He wasn't a reason, guys. You know what I mean? His life was really good. He had a well-rounded situation happening for him that was pushing him to be his best, and it kind of broke down. You know what I mean? I won't go into that because I think, you know what I mean, everybody has their personal issues, and sometimes you can struggle, but at the same time he needs to refocus himself 100%. Yeah, I do listen to Rich Homie Quan, bro. You know what I mean? I listen to a lot of rap music, a lot of different types of music. How Hendrick was part of 1962 World Cup winning team, bro. In his dreams, he wasn't even, bro. His parents probably weren't even born yet. Weird, huh? I don't think his parents were alive in 1962, bro. Mine weren't. Oh man, that's a crazy one. England fans still saying it's coming home in 2140. I mean, it could definitely change with the fact of Southgate leaving. I think England will go to a more proactive formation. I think a lot of the players might enjoy their football even more. It's oh yeah, RIP to Rich Homie Quan. The audio isn't that good. Yeah, bro. I'm using these headphones right now and it's not that great, but it's only because my laptop is broken for the moment. I'll be probably getting it back later, getting something to use and repair until I get a new one. So I hopefully it will work out, bro. I'm sorry about the audio, bro. Hopefully it gets better. You know what I mean? But like I was saying, guys, I can't recall a hat trick ever. I remember two versus Liverpool a few years back and Arsenal in the beginning of his career, I think. Mark, why City and Real players don't drop tools after number wages? Bro. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. You see, like the funny thing this season is, I think he's having a bad start to the season because he's unfit. He's not yet really match fit. He probably just came into match fitness playing that game for Portugal. You know what I mean? I think he's going to bring that form back directly into Manchester United, and everything is going to be fine with him. He's going to go on to having a really good season this season. You know what I mean? I think the first three games he played, he really was not match fit. You know what I mean? He had a long season last season with some injuries that kept him out and normally plays every game. And then he went on to play the Euros. I think he was pretty exhausted. He looked exhausted in some of the games in the Euros, not his usual self. He's usually a little bit more speedy. You know what I mean? He's not the fastest player, but he does have a good first 10 yards that could, separate himself from a few players. And I think last night his fitness started coming in. And I think that's happening with a lot of United players. I think this international break was great for the likes of the likes of Joshua Zirkzee. Maybe they could get some minutes in their legs and get some match fitness ready, match readiness. You know what I mean? England kind of win it. Bro. Alonso skill is really good. Marcus Alonso, decent. Casimir, big up to you, brother. Hope you're well, buddy. What's good? What's good? Hope what's good with you, man? Will when you get mad at your manager if he doesn't start Ugarte against Southampton? No, I wouldn't, to be fair. But you never know, bro. Like the manager is a weird one. You know what I mean? All the players that he wants go straight into the team. So if Ugarte goes straight into the team, probably will. If you play Real Madrid or City, the manager will drop underperforming players. They have standards and they have depth. Well, a kind of complicated statement, and that's fair to make. You know what I mean? Like, I think the manager has dropped some players in the season. You've seen Marcus Rashford got benched. I think it was in a game against Brighton. For early in the second half for not having a good performance. I think starting him against Liverpool was a mistake. So I will call the manager out for that. But at the same time, you saw him substitute Casemiro after he had a horrendous first half. He brought on Collier, goals since when Collier came on. But he did play pretty decent for the rest of the game. We didn't really concede again. I think it's a situation, and we did also create some chances where we possibly could have scored one or two goals in the second half. So I look at it from this perspective, bro. Like, if we play at Madrid or City, I mean, right now United is on a rebuild. I think a lot of people aren't really paying attention to the fact that we're rebuilding basically from scratch. We had before Ten Hag came, and while he's here, at the same time, we got most of the right profiles for this guy's system this summer, which is unfortunate. We should have gotten those players last summer, because then we'd have actually been able to progress and be further along in our progression. But right now, we're in a situation of chemical change. A lot of players in different positions are bringing in something new to the team, and everyone's getting used to each other. Mazarawi and Delit might have a relationship of playing with Delo and Lissandro. Lissandro and Delo, they don't have the best relationship playing together, because Delo usually plays off the right next to Lissandro. So he doesn't really actually play next to Lissandro. It's something that is now happening right now. You know what I mean? Lissandro has to adjust to Dalo. Dalo has to adjust to Lissandro. These things take time. 3 games is not enough for adjustment, guys. This is not a robotic situation. It works. You know what I mean? Human nature is weird. And when you look at the midfield, like, we could stay the system, but some of the players there just not have had a good start to the season. Kobe Mainoo, like, as much as I love him, I believe he's generational. His talent is generational, but he's had a shit start to the season. Let's not argue that. It's not the system, because he played it last season. It's actually him. He's not yet, and that's not anyone's fault. You know what I mean? Sometimes some people take a few games to get match fit. It happens. You know what I mean? So Kobe, he will be back. He is just not match fit. As soon as he gets that match fitness, you will see that spark again in his performances, that mobility again. You would see him, gliding again, and everything will be okay. He had a long season last season for the first time in his career, guys. So, don't be too mad at the youngster. Yeah, well, Marcus Rashford may be because of Weghorst, but guys, let's think about it like this. Weghorst was on loan. Who's been the Weghorst since he left? This is why, guys, I cannot blame a manager when we don't have players permanent. You cannot count loan players, because the contribution of a loan player, you only get it for the period of the loan. There's no progression into next season. When you move to the next season, it's a loss. You know what I mean? You have a gap in the squad where you had a player last season. Lots of fans say, "Oh, Tenor got lots of signing. He had Weghorst, he had Sabitzer." Where is Weghorst and Sabitzer after that season ended? They're gone. The club didn't want to pay £21 million for Sabitzer. They paid 65 for Mason Mount. You're missing that player in the midfield. You're missing that player up front who was contributing greatly to the team in the season that they were on loan. You know what I mean, guys? And when those players leave and they don't come back, if you don't get players to replace them in the squad that are available as they were, then you know what happens? You have a void got now in the following season where you didn't have it in the season previously. Stephanie, impact loans like impact subs. If they're unavailable, there's a void. You dig? You understand, guys? Mark been on them blunts. No, bro, I'm telling you, bro. This morning I'm just thinking about a lot of things, and I'm like, like, we could blame the manager. That's fine. But we also have to look at the big picture of the situation. That's great. You know what I mean? And yeah, with Osimhen, that's going to be a different situation. I got banned from a City fan channel just for saying Jack Grealish is like Anthony. Bro, he's probably worse. Anthony has more contributions than him. Anthony's goals and assists actually won us a few games in his first season. And that's so weird. Oh, no. Actually, I had the flu last week, and the cough is still going. I don't know what I mean. So every ever so often when I'm talking a lot, I start coughing. So it's a weird one, guys. Jack Grealish cost 105 million. He has less goal contributions than Anthony, more games played. He plays for a better team, a more consistent team. You know what I mean? With depth. And people don't talk about Jack Grealish, but we all know why. So let's not even worry about it. It is what it is. He's not playing for the biggest club in England. You know what I mean? We know what it is, guys. The bias in the media is ridiculous, guys. You know what I mean? I always have to talk about the Black Ice article. Like, I don't even understand. I cannot. It's beyond me that that newspaper doesn't get sanctioned by the government for the rubbish that they do. You know what I mean? Get on the night nurse, Mark. I will. I will. Who shot my audio? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know if it comes better. Like, I think these headphones sometimes they're good. Later on, don't worry, guys. I worked out something that I can, probably set up my mic differently and connect it to my phone, so the audio should get better. Yeah, because you know what I mean. I can't connect my mic right now to my phone. It kills the battery immediately. So I have to work on charging it. I have a little piece of device that's coming that I could charge the phone at the same time the mic is plugged in. So give me some time, guys. Big up. Hmm. Jack Grealish does help Pep. He does the job. He doesn't need to score. Well, I could say the same thing for Anthony, but United fans would say that he doesn't do it. If you go look at the stats, Anthony has done more progressively than Jack Grealish. It's really weird, bro. You know what I mean? And but in all intents and purposes, in his first season, Anthony was one of the best ball controllers, bro. One of the best ball. He was one of the players that actually, how I would put it, he kept the ball really well, quite like Ahmad was doing at the end of last season. You know what I mean? So, if you guys go check, you don't have to, you don't have to argue with me, bro. Yeah, has the temperature dropped in Germany? It dropped a bit last week. It had 1 or 2 days where it was a bit cold. Yesterday was warm. The day before was rainy and cold. Today is kind of in between. So yeah, that's how it is today. Why nobody is trolling Jack Gilshy Murderki? Smash the likes, folks. Big up to everyone coming in. Lou man, Jack Grealish holds the ball up and slows down the opposite team. Anthony did that in his first season for Man United, bro. Go watch it back. He did not score a lot of goals, but the 1 or 2 goals that he did score won us games. I remember the Arsenal game being one of those. The Liverpool game, I think, as well. Was it the curler twice? Goals in 2 games, something like that. You know what I mean? He had a few assists as well. I think Anthony is a player that will get better this season. I think when he does get himself into game time, you will see more better performances going forward. This is why he was added to the UEL team, because I think that's where he's going to get his game time. I think the likes of Ahmad Diallo is going to be focused on the Premier League, where you would see probably Amas being the left back in the Europa League. You would see in the Europa League. You know what I mean? And I think that's fair. You break the squad up, you give some players priority in some competitions so they get their quota of game time, they can develop, they have something to look forward to, a confident positioning, and it helps them develop. It might bode well for the squad. You never know, guys. How many countries have I visited? I think about 20, 20. I think it's about 21 countries, bro. Almost all of the Caribbean islands, a few places, like 3 countries in South America, and I've been to the USA, England, Spain, Netherlands. I've been to, and I live in Germany. Been to France, and I've been to Japan, and yeah, Australia. Are you from Hamburg? No, I'm in Cologne, bro. Barca is so broke, their owner is using Nokia. Well, I mean, hey, don't knock the Nokia, bro. If you know, you know. 6130, 8230, 8160. Some of the best phones I've ever had, my brother. You know what I mean? 6190. Yeah, well, Nokia was bad back in the day, bro. Mark, more people who try to put a player down than players such as Anthony and before that, Martial. It's a weird one, bro. You know what I mean? Oh, I was staying in Greenwich, in North Greenwich, near Blackheath Standard. So, yeah, that's where I was in England when I was in England, bro. And mostly if I go there, I'll probably be down on that side. I got some buddies living up in Wembley. I have a buddy living in Neasden. I have a buddy living in Canary Wharf. Quite a few of them live in Canary Wharf, to be fair. It's pretty nice down there. He lives down in, what is it called again? Is it Devon? Yeah, I think it's Devon. Somewhere in Devon, somewhere there. My buddy lives out there. I got some friends who lives up, in some other parts of the UK as well, like in Sussex and thing. But you know what I mean. Got some friends in Manchester now as well, so it's gonna be a fun time. We're gonna be there for the UEL guys. Gonna be for the UEL. I will be there. I will be there against FC20. Probably try to see if I could do a little live match vlog, near the Bishop's Blaze or something like that. Big up 21 likes like Anthony. You know what I mean? Nas or MF Doom? Nas. I'll choose Nas, bro. I'll choose Nas. People hate Anthony more than Sancho, but they have the same numbers. Both wasn't worth the money. The only difference is Anthony Sancho plays for, bro. I don't dispute that, bro, at all. You know what I mean? 3210, big phone, big phone. RIP MF Doom. Big up to MF Doom, bro. Prime Rooney or Prime Fernando Torres or Prime Rooney over any one of them, bro. It's not even a competition, bro. Bro, you live near me, Mark. Big up, Hayden, bro. What's good? What's good? Maybe we could grab a beer sometime if you have time, Maybe for one of the games, I'll come up. I'll come down to your city, look, have a few beers, or you can come down to mine. You know what I mean? You are USA? No, actually, bro. I'm actually in Germany. Big up. Devon, yeah. My buddy lives down there. You know what I mean? Nice streets, nice vibe down there, bro. To be fair, you know what I mean? He rides his bike all the time. It's a crazy dude, bro. You know what I mean? But it's got some nice football courts down in that zone. Played a bit with some guys down there. Who's better, Anthony or Saka? I mean, that's a weird one, bro. Because if we talk about the Anthony that was in Ajax form, I would say at that time in that year, I would say from that coming off of that UCL season, I would say Anthony. It would have been a tight competition between them. You know what I mean? But right now, in terms of consistent performance, Saka's game has gotten more consistent. Actual winger. I think Saka is more like a right forward. He's not the best 1v1. You know what I mean? And I think all wingers should be 1v1 monsters. I think all wingers should be 1v1 monsters who can beat anyone 1v1 at any given moment. And I think if you're not able to do that as a winger, you're not meant to be a winger. You're not the top, you're not an elite winger. Because if you look, and I have to say it again, guys, the best English winger alive at this current moment is Mason Greenwood. No one can prove me wrong there. The guy can beat anyone on the left foot, beat anyone on the right foot. He is a 1v1 monster. We gave away a £150 million player, guy who's better than Osimhen. He's better than anyone we bought this summer. He's better than any winger we have in our squad right now. He was the sole reason in 2019-20 season Marcus and Anthony Martial had that great season that they had, in my honest opinion. Big up to you, Irfan. Hope you have a great day, my brother. Glory, Man United. Hope you have a wonderful day, broski. You know what I mean? If you guys watching any national teams football, we can talk about it later. I'm going to have an international football talks later, and we can talk international football, guys. It's going to be a fun one. You know what I mean? Talk about your national team. Drop in the comments where you're from. I'll check out some of the games if I can. And that way we could all talk about lifting both club and country. Kind of, yeah. I wouldn't say that, but I think Cole Palmer is a better right winger than him, to be fair. I think even Phil Foden probably would be better served playing in that right wing position. Maybe they could be swapping soccer starts. Foden comes on for him. You know what I mean? I don't think Foden should be playing anywhere in the 10 role. I think he's not that good. He gives me too much of the winger vibe in the 10. He wants to drift too much to one side to get a shot off. He doesn't, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things. Big up to you guys. It's weird one. I think a lot of people, Killer Cole, bro, by far. That's not even a debate, bro. That's not even a debate, broski. I would like to know what the other bar is like, bro. It has a slight incline like this, kind of like this. So like your tires keep traction when you're taking corners. And most times there's like an express lane that you could just be driving in at like in excess of 100 miles an hour. Gotta get a really fast car for that, bro. You know what I mean? Big up to Irfan. Have a great day, bro. See you, catch you guys later. Irfan, how can they have a great weekend without PL footy? I mean, it's one of those things, bro. Like you could still have fun, you know, friends and family, you know, fun with them. So always injured, bro. I mean, this guy, yeah, he's very good. You know what I mean? He's a good ball playing foot defender as well. He's left footed. I think he should just play center back as a backup for Martinez, bro. I don't know why we need him to play left back anymore. Just put him in the left center back role as a Martinez substitute. You know, we play Martinez some games. You bring in Luke Shaw, and you know you rotate the left back. You know you leave Dallo there for now. You bring in when Terrell Malacia is fit. You know you give him some game time. What game are you doing tonight? Well, guys, suggest a game in the comments. I haven't checked any out. What's the next dish you would love to cook? I'm good. I might probably make some curry tomorrow, some curry chicken, you know, Trinidad style curry. We use curry with garlic and stuff like that. It's a little bit different, you know what I mean? I think the Indian curry, when their type of curry, how they make it, is a little bit more sweet. Trinidad curry is a little bit more spicy. It's like not really bitter, but a little bit more spicy. You know what I mean? It's not really sweet. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do that today. I'm gonna try. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that today. To be fair, guys, I'll send. I'll probably take a little bit of a video when I do it and drop you guys. Your laptop caved in yesterday as well, Irfan. Man, bro, it's not been a good weekend for United fans. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's been one of those times. What did you think of Ugarte performance last night? I think Ugarte is showing why we bought him, bro. What's Trinidad saying with the ladies? Bro, you should go check it out for Carnival. Ugh. Carnival is in February, in between. No, check it out. Trust me, you won't be mad. You will not be mad. You know what I mean? You would not be mad. A Barca fan taking shit about United. Weird. It's a weird one. Spaghetti bolognese is delicious. Yeah, yeah. I could make that too. That's pretty decent. You know what I mean? I didn't know it was so easy to make, to be fair, guys. You know what I mean? But then when I did it, I was like, wow. You know what I mean? It tastes like the restaurant. You know, us Caribbean people, we do our noodles a little bit more cooked than al dente, just a little bit more. Like, you know, al dente is like 10 to 12 minutes, but we would do it for like about 15. You know what I mean? Because that's just how it is. No, no, no. If I compare it to England, the rent and the food is way cheaper, bro. It's way cheaper. Like in England, I mean, of course, there are some things that's cheaper in England. It's sky high, brother. You know what I mean? Like I was lucky where I was renting in England was a friend. I know a friend of my family. You know, really good friend I grew up with. His sister's best friend had a place, and they rented it to me for like almost in total it was like a year because I spent 6 months. I spent a year and a half because I spent 6 months, 6 months, and then 6 months. You know, back and bro, it's really nice. In Greenwich, it's really nice. It's like 10 minutes walking from the park. You could walk to the park. You know what I mean? There's a lot of nice places around Greenwich Park to eat and drink and stuff like that. And there's nice places you could get. The train is right there. You know, you could get you can get the rail train, or you can also get the U-Bahn, the subway there. It was really, really near the side. Then you have the other line on the next side, which is the Jubilee line. So you have your choices, bro. Like you could get around. You know what I mean? It was nice to explore. Plus, I used to work in a studio in Watford. In Watford, do music and stuff with some friends called Bass Labs. Really nice studio, really nice guy. You know what I mean? I met him like 10 minutes, bro. And, you know, and like his friend was staying in the place I was renting before, which is, and when I met him, he just heard some of the music I made and he was like, bro, come check out the studio. I ended up working at that studio for like every time I go to London, I probably go there and work for like a couple hours a day. was pretty good, pretty fun too as well. Met a lot of nice people. You know what I mean? There's this one guy I recorded with that I thought he was gonna be a star, and we recorded half of the song with a hook, and then the guy disappeared, bro. Never saw him again. He never called. I think his number changed. But bro, sometimes it's weird. Some of the things happening in some places is rough, guys. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened to the kid, but it would have been nice to finish the song and see what it would have done when it hit the airwave, because it's one of those songs you can feel it here, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Big up for him for that. Australia is becoming one hell of an expensive country. Sky high prices, houses you are looking at the minute 800,000 to 2 mil food. Guys, you know what? That's really weird. I don't understand why the prices of some things are so high right now. You know what I mean? There's so much land in so many places. Rather than develop them to help, ease the food and help grow natural food and stuff, they're trying to do this chemically advanced thing, the symbiotic thing where there's stem cell research chicken, and bro, it's crazy. I'm never gonna eat that stuff, bro. Yeah. Who wants to eat meat cultivated like a bacteria, bro? That's crazy, brother. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Cares about what Barca fans think, bro? Who cares? You know what I mean? Who cares, bro? Ten Hag smacked them up in their home ground, 2-1. Since then, they haven't beaten United. They can't talk to us. You know what I mean? The last time we played, they lost at home. Who cares what a Barca fan thinks? Country, a burger costs £1. £1. Is £1? You're in the UK, right, Manchester? Yeah, I mean, a burger here is like €2 or €3, but that's still nah. But when I was in the UK, it can be in the UK, bro. In the UK, a burger is more than £1, bro. You have to be in the US, right, Manchester? You're talking about the dollar menu, right? At McDonald's, right? I can't even eat that, bro. Yeah, it's a weird one, guys. Some of the stuff at McDonald's is too processed. You know what I mean? Oh, you're from Bangladesh. Oh, big up, broski. Big up. I met the Bangladesh cricket team once a few years back when they came to Trinidad to play at the Oval. Some really nice guys, bro. Really nice people. You know what I mean? Big up for them. Really fun guys to talk to. They're using the Ukraine war as an excuse to increase prices for everything. Yeah, bro, ridiculous. Everything is expensive because it's all about big companies getting richer and middle people struggling. 100%. Can't disagree there. Hopefully something is done about that for the greater good, because it's not looking good, guys. Inflation is drastically increasing for all sorts of weird reasons. You know what I mean? But I see like they're finding oil in some new countries in the world who didn't expect to have oil. Like Jamaica just recently found oil like a week ago. A year ago or 2 years ago, Guyana found a really huge deposit of oil as well. Now it's gonna get interesting. The world is, you know what I mean? They found oil, I think, in Sudan or something like that. So, yeah, lots of things will change. Hopefully, everything will be better. You know what I mean? Everybody talks about the progressive nature of the world and it being an amazing, beautiful place. Well, we all have to do our part. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter whether we have the same opinions on everything or we have the same ideologies. At the end of the day, we are all human beings. We live in this world together, and it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Hating someone for a different opinion. All you're doing is respecting their opinions, letting them do their thing, and everyone, just work together to make the world a better place. It cannot start from there. It has to start from here. You know what I mean? Anything to improve, it must start with one, and everyone needs to do their part. As little as it is, it might seem insignificant, but there's always going to be that butterfly effect, guys. You know what I mean? If you do a good gesture today, you know what I mean, that gesture might carry for months, for years, till the end of the time. You never know. One good thing for someone today that might not have taken much time from you might lead them to doing something good for someone else, that in turn needs that someone to do something good for someone else as well. So you always have to consider these things. You know what I mean? And I always look at the perspective that if you have the wisdom, you should share it, because the youths, they might be bright and have all this amazing insight to the new technologies. They still need a little bit of words of wisdom from you know the elders, as always, guys. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. I haven't had McDonald's in years. I live in New York. Very processed food. Yeah, 100%, bro. There's enough food and space for everyone. No one should be hungry or homeless. That's 100% a fact, brother. 100%. It's all about control. Won't say more. I don't even have to talk about that. Big up to Rasmus Talks. Big up to all of you guys coming in. I meant to talk more about Manchester United, but it was just a chill talk as well. So big up to you guys. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe. Share the channel around, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Big up to all of you. I hope you have a great day. And we'll be back, maybe 1 p.m. UK, or if not later on tonight, I will do a stream. I'll let you guys know in advance if I'm not doing a midday stream at 1 p.m. But most likely, hope you guys have a great day until then. And guys, from me to you, have a great weekend. At the end of the day, Manchester United, glory, glory, Man United. We will be back. Scotty's at the wheel. The best tasting food is homemade with fresh products, not processed. Give me a homemade curry goat over a McDonald's. Scotty, you can't be doing that to a Trini, bro, or anybody in the Caribbean, bro. That's like instant hunger right there. Curries, brother. You know what I mean? But big up to you, my bro. I hope you're well. Hope you have a great day as well, guys. You know what I mean? Keep your heads up. At the end of the day, it's not always going to be bad. Pretty sure Manchester United looks like we're down and out. Everyone's counted us out before. But every time they count us out, we come back fighting. And that's the United motto. You know what I mean? It's in our DNA. Never say die. Big up to you guys. I'll catch you guys later. It's been your boy. The morning news, morning views. And you know what? Hope you have a great day, guys. Big up to all of you.
Baby.